Hello! In today's video, we are going to see how to crochet a cute little handbag for this little doll. So this is a request from my little one, and she wanted a bag similar to this, and she could not open this bag. This bag is just plastic one that came with the Barbie doll, and you cannot open this. So she wanted a bag that could open so that she could have small things inside. So let's get into the video. Okay, I'm going to use this multicolored yarn. It's a very soft yarn. I have a doll that has a dress with this yarn, so she wanted it. And this purple yarn is going to be having a bow similar to the original handbag that I showed you. So I'm using a 4.5 mm hook. Hope it is visible. Yes, that is a 4.5 mm hook. And I'm going to start with a slip knot. And that is how you do a slip knot. And I'm going to add a few chains, just an approximate measure. Okay, after the slip knot, I'm adding a few chains. So it came out to be 10 chains. So this is how you add a chain. You just grab that yarn on the other side and bring it into the slip knot and into the chains. That is how you add a chain. And I added 10 chains. And after the 10th chain, yeah, I think this should be fine. And second chain from the hook, I'm going to insert the hook into the second chain. Hope it is visible. Second chain from the hook, and I'm going to add a single crochet. Grab that yarn on the other side and you will have 2 loops on the hook. Now yarn over, pull through both the loops. That is how you do single crochet. Insert into the hook, grab the yarn, you will have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both the loops. So this way I'm going to continue until we reach the last chain in this first row. So yes, the first row is done. That is how my single crochet on the first row looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain one once again and then turn my work, chain one, turn my work, and on the very first chain there, that way. So you will be able to see a chain on the top. There you're going to do a single crochet, insert hook. You'll have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both the loops. So insert into that chain. You should see a V-shaped chain on top, and just grab the yarn on the other side and you'll have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. I'm going to continue to do this for the second row as well, and this is how it looks so far. So I'm going to continue to chain one and keep adding single crochet stitches on top like this. So you can continue to do this. Yes, so this is the stretch of fabric I got after the end of a few rounds. There are 8 rounds, and you can decide depending upon the size of the bag you want. So I'm going to fold it like that, and just leave a tail so that you can stitch it together. The two ends need to be stitched together so that it looks like a bag. Now I'm going to cut it out, and then use a needle, crochet needle, and use that tail end to sew them together. So I'm going to bring that over there. So you have the two ends. I've just folded the stretch of yarn, made into a fabric kind of, and so one stitch at a time on both sides. Just got to stitch them together like that, slowly and patiently, one stitch at a time. So it's a very small bag, so you can do it very quickly. And yeah, that's it. So this side is done. To move to the other side, I'm just going to use the same yarn. Just bring that yarn to the other side so that you can stitch it. You don't have to cut it and use another yarn for this, another yarn for the other side. You can just bring it to the other side like this, and one stitch at a time. Once again, just stitch the other two sides together, and once we reach the end of this, we are almost done. Only the handle part of it is pending. So for that, I'll add a few chains and stitch them together with this bag. Stitch that handle together. So I'll be using the same needle for that. And this part is done. So this is how it turned out to be once I stitched the two ends together. I'm just flipping the work so that the stitches are not seen and it looks good. And this is how the other side looks like. So this multicolored yarn gives a nice kind of look for the bag. I'm going to leave it like that, and I'll probably sew this later. Now I'm adding a slip knot. And I'm going to add a few chains. You need not count the chains. You can have it, just place it near the bag and see if you want more or less, and then you can decide. So this bag, the original bag that I wanted to, the model that has a small handle, so I'll try to do something like that. So just try to place it on top of the bag, and this is how it looked. So I think this should do. So what I'm going to do is leave a small tail so that I can stitch it together with a bag on both the sides. Cut it out and with the bag. So I'm using that tail end with the needle to stitch it. So I'm stitching the handle to the sides of the bag. So I'm going to do this on both the sides and then later secure the tail end of the yarn, and with that we are done with the bag. So I'm just stitching it on both the sides. I don't know if my little one would like this. I hope it turned out to be similar to that pink plastic one that came with the Barbie doll. So to come to the other side, I'm just bringing the needle along with the yarn to the other side, and I'm going to stitch the other side of the handle with the other side of the bag, that way. Okay, so the other side of the handle, I'm going to bring it together like that and just stitch it with the bag. The last chain along with the side of the bag like that. That's pretty much it. 2 more stitches and we are done. So the bag is pretty much done. However, we have a bow, a purple bow similar to the one in the plastic bag. So that is pending. I'll show you how I did the purple bow. Yeah, the bag is done, and yes, it has an opening. That is what she wanted. It has an opening. She can keep small things inside this. And all the tail ends, I just made a knot and then secured all of them. Just try to weave them into the bag. This is how I'm using the crochet hook to weave those ends into the bag so that it is not visible and it is secured at the same time. So just bring them all and then finally cut the tail end. Now the ends are secure, all the ends are in the same place. I managed to weave them all together like that, and now I'm going to cut it really close so that it's not visible outside. Yes, this is done, and the bag is pretty much done, and I need to just add a bow to finish the look similar to the model. And this is how it looked when I tried it on this cute little doll. Hope my little one likes this. But I'm yet to do the bow. Yes, that is still pending. So for the bow, I'm using a purple yarn, a baby soft yarn, and starting with a magic ring. That is how you do a magic ring. Make an X like that and just grab the yarn like that, the other side, and then bring this, make a chain like that, and that is your magic ring. Now So for the bow, it's going to be a very small bow because it's a small bag for the doll. So I'm going to just chain 5 into the magic ring, chain 5, and it's a treble crochet. So you yarn over twice and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over for the final time and pull through 2 loops. That is how you do a treble. So you yarn over twice. For double crochet you do it once, for treble you do twice, and then you insert the hook into the magic ring and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then finally yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So far 2 trebles. I'm going to add one more treble there. Yarn over twice, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, and finally yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So I've added 5 chains and 3 treble crochet stitches. Now 3 treble. I'm going to add 5 more chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to finish this side of the bow. I'm going to slip stitch into the magic ring like that, and this side is done. So this is the magic ring, and yes, make sure the magic ring is flexible and you're able to close the magic ring. So I'm adding 5 chains for the other side of the bow, and then a treble, yarn over twice into the magic ring, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, and then finally yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So I've added 1 treble crochet now, second one similar to the to one side. So we are going to repeat the same process, 5 chains, 3 treble, and finish with 5 chains and then slip stitch. So far for the other side, 5 chains and 2 treble crochet stitches are done. This is the third treble crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over finally and pull through 2 final loops. So all the trebles are done now. So 3 trebles done. So 5 chains now to finish the bow. That is how I completed the bow. So slip stitch into the magic ring finally, and this is how it looks, but you can pull the magic ring, the tail end, the other end of the magic ring, so that it becomes tight. So when I just pulled it, it came to a good shape. Yes. So this is pretty much done. So all I have to do is cut this tail and then leave a little bit yarn there and then cut out so that I can do the center part of the bow. So what I'm going to do is just, this is how my bow looked like. So there are 2 ends, 2 tail ends. Just roll them like that around the bow in the middle so that it looks like a bow. So this is how it turned out to be. I'm going to tie them together and just cut the ends like that. Okay, we are done. I'm just cutting the ends there, and the bow is ready. The only thing pending is I'm cutting one end of the bow so that I can use the other end to stitch it with the bag. All that is pending is attaching this bow to the bag, and that is what I'm going to do now. So this is how it looks. Just going to stitch it together like that with the bag, and in the end just tie it together. Okay, we are pretty much done there. Attaching the bow to the bag, I'm just adding a knot and I'm going to just cut it out, and we are done with the bag. Cut it really close, and this is how it turned out to be. It's quite cute, isn't it? And yeah, that is the comparison. The bow is quite big. That makes it really cute. And where's the doll? So this is how it looked when I placed it on the doll. And I'm really hopeful that my little one will like this. Yes, so that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please do like, share and subscribe to our channel if you like it. Yes, the main requirement of this bag is it should have an opening so that she could keep something inside. That is fulfilled, I guess. So fingers crossed. Hope she likes it and hope you like it too. Thank you. Bye bye.